We're talking some football. Other than the actual game, everyone seems to be talking about those Super Bowl ads. So which ones were a hit in your home and which ones missed the mark a bit? Let's ask the president of North America for Cohn & Wolfe, a global PR agency, Jim Joseph. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
I heard you hosted a Twitter party, and I want to hear what your friends had to say about it.
It was so much fun to hear real-time commentary as the commercials were running and really get a sense of what's hitting with people.
Let's go through some of them. What are the best ones? What did the crowd like?
You know what? One of the big standouts was definitely the Ram, God Made the Farmer spot.
Oh, the Paul Harvey.
Paul Harvey. It was just so emotional and really told a story about the Ram consumer.
Right.
And a good brand puts its consumer first. And it really resonated.
Showed you the farmers, their hands, the dirt under their fingernails. But at the end, I thought Paul Harvey was going to say, and now you know the rest of the story. And he didn't.
We were missing that. I know.
What about the Tide commercial?
Fabulous.
That was a hit.
Great entertainment. No one really knew where it was going to go. It was kind of funny, but it was a story sort of unfolding, and then bam, a brand mention at the end.
And every woman can relate to this.
Exactly.
Because we wash our husband's clothes and we shrink them, we bleach them, and he's so upset. And I thought, this is so one-sided because it was for the 49ers, and then at the end, big surprise.
No stain is sacred.
So she washes out the stain that her husband had on his 49ers jersey, and she says, "Go Ravens," at the end.
Exactly.
All right, what about the Clydesdale commercial? That was a big hit.
Another huge hit, especially among women.
Right.
For a brand like Budweiser to really be able to score with women was a huge, huge hit. And again, just emotional strings that it pulled and the tide of the equity of the brand.
So for people who didn't see it, what's going on? Because we're watching the commercial now.
So we're watching this man, also a farmer, ironically, raise a horse that becomes a Clydesdale, and then he goes and sees the Clydesdale big moment in Chicago, and the horse remembers him.
Right, and playing the Fleetwood Mac landslide. I mean, no brainer. It's going to be a winner for the women because we have a heart for, you know, the animals. All right, let's talk about some of the bad ads, the ones that didn't rate so well.
Well, there were a few, and it was a slow start to the night. I mean, folks were really anxious because nothing was really hitting.
Right.
And there were some real kind of tough ones, to be honest with you.
You say the Bud Black was not a winner.
Bud Black seemed to not really work.
What didn't you like about it?
It felt a little elitist, which for a mass beer brand was a little bit off.
Like you have to be dressed up, living in the big city. This is a more expensive Black Label.
Exactly.
What about the Mercedes-Benz commercial? You didn't like that one?
I think the problem with that one is there was so much hype and so many teasers, and Mercedes-Benz was a title sponsor, and it was in the Superdome, that I think when it ultimately actually ran, it was a little bit of a fizzle.
And then your last one that you didn't like or your group didn't like was the Pepsi Next.
Right.
Why not?
Well, this was the one where the teenagers throwing the party and the parents walk in on it and sort of disrupt the flow.
Right.
It's been played just a little bit too many times.
Okay. You can feel the panic of the kids, and then the parents try the Pepsi Next, and they're okay with the party all of a sudden.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it didn't quite resonate because it was a story that we've all seen before.
Does Pepsi Next make you do all of that? I mean, I don't think people were drinking that last night.
Yeah, probably not.
Jim, thanks for coming in this morning.
You.
Great to see you.
So much fun.
You were up late. We appreciate only a few hours of sleep.